The moon takes 27 days to orbit the Earth. It is the Earth's only natural satellite, and is the fifth largest moon in the solar system, after Jupiter's moon Io. Our moon is the second densest known satellite. The moon is 10,921 kilometers in circumference, and is thought to have been formed about 4.51 billion years ago by debris expelled from the impact with Earth of a giant astronomical body called Theia. The moon is in synchronicity with the Earth. Orbit and rotation take the same amount of time, so it's always showing the same phase. It is the only moon in the solar system which behaves in this way. The near side is marked with dark volcanic maria, named after the Latin word for seas, because they were mistaken for seas by early astronomers. The maria filled the spaces between the bright and ancient crustal highlands and the prominent impact craters. The moon's surface is in reality very dark, but it appears bright, with the reflectance just slightly higher than worn asphalt. Its gravitational pull influences the tides and the length of the day. The moon's average orbital distance is 238,856 miles. That's about 30 times the diameter of the Earth, and the moon's distance from the Earth is slowly increasing, so it will appear to become gradually smaller over time as it very slowly floats away from us. The noun moon comes from mon, which is from the Old English word mona. Sometimes lunar is used as a name for the moon, and at other times Selenic is used, from the ancient Greek word Selene. Both the Greek goddess Selene and the Roman goddess Diana were sometimes called Cynthia. These words lunar, Cynthia, and Selene were used for lunar orbits. The name Diana is connected to dis, meaning day. The moon is a differentiated body. It has a geochemically distinct crust, mantle layer, and core. Its core is solid and iron-rich, maybe as small as 240 kilometers thick. The fluid outer core of the moon is mainly liquid iron and around 300 kilometers thick. The layer around this is partially molten. The moon's structure is thought to have developed from the fractional crystallization of a global magma ocean shortly after the moon's formation. The moon's crust is thought to be mostly made up of finely crystalline igneous rock. The moon has a south pole where the Aitken Basin can be found. This is the second largest known impact crater in the solar system. Other impact craters are Imbrium, Serenitatis, Chrysium, Smithy, and Orientali. There are cliffs which suggest that the moon may have shrunk. The Muria Plains are vast solidified pools of ancient basaltic lava, and there are volcanic domes nearby. Moonquakes are believed to still be happening. The lighter coloured areas of the moon are called terrae, or highlands. They're thought to have formed 4.4 billion years ago. The moon is covered by a vast number of craters. It has approximately 300,000 craters on its near side alone. Blanketed on top of the moon's crust is a surface layer called a regolith. This is a kind of lunar soil, made from silicon dioxide glass. It has a texture resembling snow and smells of gunpowder. Underneath that is a very thick layer of highly fractured bedrock. Liquid water cannot survive on the surface with no atmosphere, but there may be ice deposited by comets or produced by the interaction of oxygen-rich lunar rocks with hydrogen from the solar winds. Up to 14,000 kilometers of the moon's surface is in permanent shadow, and in 1994 the Clementina spacecraft located frozen pockets of water close to the moon's surface. Volcanic beads of lava brought back to Earth by Apollo 15 had small amounts of water inside them, and in 2008 the existence of water on the moon was confirmed by the Chandrayaan-1 spacecraft. In May 2011, Apollo 17 found water. It had taken 32 years to find because it was hidden under the surface. The moon's atmosphere is almost a vacuum. The lunar soil is bombarded by solar winds and contains sodium, potassium, helium, neon, argon, radon, and polonium. There is no oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen, or magnesium in the atmosphere. There is a cloud of dust around the moon. This is made up of small particles of comets, and it is estimated that around 5 tons of comet particles hit the moon's surface every 24 hours. In October 2017, NASA announced that the moon did have an atmosphere once, for a period of 70 million years. This was between 3 and 4 billion years ago. It's been slowly stripped away by the solar winds. There are areas of the moon which are permanently in daylight, and other areas that are always shrouded in darkness. The moon does not have seasons, and the lowest temperature recorded was minus 247 degrees centigrade, which is colder than the surface of Pluto. New things are being discovered about the moon all the time. It's certainly an interesting and enigmatic place, with many interesting features, and certainly more than just a lump of dusty rock. Alone and Drinking Under the Moon, a poem by Lipo. Amongst the flowers I am alone with my pot of wine, drinking by myself, then lifting my cup I ask the moon to drink with me, its reflection and mine in the wine cup, just the three of us. Then I sigh, for the moon cannot drink, and my shadow goes emptily along with me, never saying a word. With no other friends here, I can but use these two for company. In the time of happiness, I too must be happy with all around me. I sit and sing, and it is as if the moon accompanies me. Then if I dance, it is my shadow that dances along with me. While still not drunk, I am glad to make the moon and my shadow into friends. But then, when I've drunk too much, we all part. Yet these are friends I can always count on, these two who have no emotion whatsoever. I hope that one day we three will meet again, deep in the Milky Way.